Watch out for the shock, it's coming. Holy smoking Toledos.
I hope you've all been enjoying your Christmas with your loved ones or otherwise. I can see you've been enjoying my content, you numerous wonderful people, so thank you and Merry Christmas to all of you. And if you've been brave enough to start exploring the radius along with me, or are still thinking about it, I've made a little present for you, a gun guide, something that might help with the cold sweats and puckering sphincter. Here's a disclaimer, I'm not an expert at this game, as will become abundantly clear as the video progresses, and also footage from this video was recorded via a different method than normal, so pay attention to the left hand side of the screen, look for a blurry line, and let me know in the comments if you prefer the old way of recording. The Glock 17. This has been my sidearm since the beginning, and although I do like it, it is a valid option, but it's not the best option. It's a semi-auto 9x19mm pistol holding 17 rounds plus 1 in the chamber. There's no safety to accidentally leave on because it's built into the trigger, and it has a bit of power and is not terribly inaccurate. The iron sights are small and hard to use, but it sounds like this. Which has a bit of punch to it. At longer ranges, you will struggle with the iron sights and a bit of RNG, but with some practice you can hit distant targets, even if you're European. The gun is light as it's largely made of polymer and ammo is plentiful in the radius. In late game you will have to buy plus P ammo for double damage, but you can finish the game with this on your hip no problem. In stock form and close quarters it's decent, the ammo capacity allows you to miss a couple shots but still have enough left to finish the enemy. In these conditions I find the iron sights unusable, but that is the entire reason why laser pointers were attached to guns in the first place. When shooting these close range targets, by the way, I try to keep both eyes open and avoid looking down the sights. That way, my reasoning is, it's easier to stay aware of what's in front of me, what's to the side, and what may be running up behind me. Upgrades. The Glock can have its accuracy increased by 15%, which is noticeable, and it takes a Viper red dot sight as well as one rail-less attachment. Rail-less is your choice between a flashlight and a laser pointer, but I highly recommend the laser pointer in every instance, as a headlamp is far better at lighting than the gun flashlight is for dark areas. And lasers are the only effective way to handle close quarters combat without spraying your precious ammo into the furniture. With the Viper anti-accuracy upgrade, the Glock becomes capable at a distance. With the laser pointer, it's equally versatile in confined spaces. It will do the job, the exact job, no more and no less. It is effective, highly effective, but lacking in character, like a massive tub of unflavored whey protein.
If I'm honest with you, I think it's a bit boring.
The Pistolet Makarova is an insult to firearms worldwide. In service in Russia from 4000 BC until 2003, even North Korea can afford something better than this piece of shit. Here's a list of defense methods, ordered descending by their combat effectiveness. 1. Pepper spray. 2. A sharp insult. 3. Bad personal hygiene. 4. Running quickly in the opposite direction. 5. A fully loaded Pistolet Makarova. Luckily, the only one that ever has to darken your holster is given to you for free, but just bear in mind that it's more of an homage, it's more of a nod of respect to the era and location of the game than it is a weapon. It's more useful as a paperweight or a doorstop, or better yet, just throw it near an enemy so that it creates a bit of noise and allows you to slip past. Seriously.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
The GSH-18 is the successor to the Makarov. It looks better, feels better, holds more bullets, does more damage, is more accurate, and the list goes on. It's quiet, and when silenced, it has the distinctive sound of someone being clattered over the head with a school textbook. Because it has grown-up ammo capacity of 17+1, it's forgiving when your shaking hands fluff every easy shot, and those misses aren't very expensive either. It's pretty well balanced out of the gate, but it gets even better. For upgrades, it can take the Viper red dot sight as well as a rail-less on the side and 15% reliability uplift. In upgraded form, this is a fantastic weapon, the best all-rounder you've never heard of in another game. It also doesn't have a safety, which is one less thing to forget when you're under pressure. It even shoots the same ammo as the Mac, and that really begs the question of why the Makarov is even here in the first place. Again, it's a bit of a novelty. At close quarters with the GSH-18 plus a laser pointer is an absolute joy. I really don't mind switching between my red dot and laser on the GSH, and this gun just makes you feel like a capable marksman. It instills confidence in you that your shots will land. Fine choice. The OC-33 is by far the best looking gun in this lineup. Its rugged mass and phobia of round edges screams 70s muscle car. Here's a gun that does barbell curls with a cigarette in its mouth. Jokes aside, the pistols of security level 1 are all fairly well rounded, so look and sound are both very valid criteria to choose on. Here's what the OC sounds like. In close quarters, it's excellent, with 27+1 ammo capacity and consistent manageable recoil. I really wish I tried this gun before I poured all my money into my Glock. Upgrades. By now you know the drill. We get one rail-less on the side plus a Viper red dot sight up top with 15% reliability uplift. With the sight and laser, this gun is a monster at all ranges you would use a sidearm. And last but not least, it has full auto. The PP91 Kedda is a compact machine pistol that comes with a folding stock and a bad attitude. This gun is not easy to use, and I struggle a lot with its iron sights, but then again, if you've been watching this, you'll notice that this is more to do with me than the gun. Here's what it sounds like. Now, being a machine pistol, it does have full auto as you just heard, but there's nothing that screams I am insecure about my masculinity quite like fully automatic gunfire. It's the fastest way to render yourself defenseless, poor, and very visible to enemies all at once, but you know what? I'll be fucked if it isn't fun. For upgrades, we get one rail S on the side, a suppressor on the front, and rail B on the top, which provides a wide selection of sights. Shown here is the trusty Viper red dot, which makes the PP even more fun at distance. And if you're utterly insane and super rich, you can increase the fire rate by 20%. Turning it into a rabid chihuahua. When you run out of repair money and ammo, you'll install the -20% fire rate upgrade, as this makes recoil more manageable, which helps accuracy at distance. But that's besides the point, because this gun was made for close quarters point and shoot, and it is stupidly, addictively good at it.
last night I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark.
The mighty PPSH needs no introduction. With more cult status pedigree than a pug that can't breathe at night, even this stripped-down, second-hand, eBay special charity shop version we found on the floor both fucks and slaps. Yes, that is a rubber band holding it together. No, nobody cares what it looks like. Not when it sounds like this. With a capacity of 35 plus 1 and some 70 round drum magazines to be found out in the radius, this looks like a tempting option. Here's plus 20% speed. And minus. In addition to these upgrades, we get Rail B on top, pistol suppressor in the front and Rail S on the side, holographic sight shown here. With this sight it's better, but I find this gun to be the least usable at distance due to its size. It comes as no surprise that such a compact machine is best in enclosed spaces. It is an SMG after all, and I had so much fun setting a personal best with it.
Fast! Last night I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark.
The Tokarev TT-33 is a sidearm carried by Russian military officers. It's egregiously shiny, making it difficult to record footage for YouTube, and it's the gun that tells you, you don't need a rifle, follow the soldier in front and when he falls, pick up his rifle. What's that? You don't have any more MREs? Well then, eat some cake. Although it looks cool, and is quite commonly found around several areas of Pervermay, the Tokarev has a small magazine of only 8 plus 1, and this isn't compensated for by its slightly above average power. Everyone has a plan until they hear that empty click of a hammer alone in its firing chamber. I don't find it very accurate either, although it is pretty durable. More of a showpiece than a workhorse. Maybe this is the flamboyant fashion statement that you're going for, but just don't rely on it to help you out of trouble because its uniform has only just been laundered, so it's not going to step foot in the mud to come and help you out. At close range, the iron sights are clunky and they just feel off to me. A 3 out of 10 would not recommend. With upgrades, we get Rail S underneath, pistol suppressor in front and Viper red dot on top with reliability uplift of 15%. These won't stop you reloading every 7 seconds, but the Viper is a definite improvement at long range, and I noticed it was easy to switch between it and the laser sight in close quarters. But lasers improve every screen time, and honestly, I can't get over the small magazine. After a point, fellas, size most definitely does matter. The IZH-27 sawn-off shotgun. I absolutely slept on shotguns in this game. You see, I never practiced reloading enough with them to be confident to carry one. But now that I have, I am immediately swapping it out into my active loadout. Not only are they the most realistic shotgun experiences I've had in gaming, they're also the most fun. You are given one of these for free when you start the game, and you could not wish for a better backup. This thing is very durable, needing only occasional oil and a smidge of vodka to keep you wrapped in a cloud of smoke as you fling buckshot into everything that moves. It's equal parts upper class pheasant hunting and gangland drive-by, and that is a powerful combination. Ammo is plentiful in every area of the radius for this gun, and there's also a quick trick you can use to reload. Fill your left pocket with shells and you can sweep the gun through it, scooping up new shells super fast into the belt while barely taking your eyes off the target. Then you pull them off the belt and shove them in. You already know it's good at close range. I mean, that was the whole point in sawing the end off in the first place. But when upgraded, not only do you get the wide selection of sights that is Rail B on top with Rail S on side for your laser, but you also get options to widen or narrow the spread of your shot and to reduce recoil by 30%. I chose to narrow the spread and the result was about as close to a real shotgun that I've seen in a game. Because buckshot in real life does not turn into confetti after traveling more than 5 meters, and the lethal range of a shotgun should be several times that. Hitting distant targets is immediately easier with the new sight. Although at longer range you are going to do less damage, it is actually possible to shoot on target at something a decent distance away. With the laser and spread changes, this gun is a joy in close quarters. It's so tactile, nimble and rewarding that I'm starting to think you're supposed to play all of the interior environments using only this gun. The last apple in this decidedly non-American pie is the IZH-27 full version. It's a double-barrel hunting shotgun, and it thinks that you are a long way from home. Aside from a slightly quieter sound, I didn't notice too much difference between this and the sawn-off. It seems slightly more accurate due to the longer barrel, but less so than I expected. And when reloading, the longer barrel does have a tendency to catch on things and fuck up your reload. So, unless you're all about that farmer aesthetic, the sawn-off is most likely a better replacement, which is more usable inside anyway. I highly recommend that you pay a visit to the shooting range to play around with these shotguns in particular. Shooting ranges in VR are fun, and reloading is also fun, and these shotguns give you a double dose of both experiences. With the addition of slugs and lots of practice, they can carry you all the way to and through the final mission as well. You know, I'm delighted to accept this experience as vindication for every point-blank hit marker that I ever got in Call of Duty with this class of weapons. Bless the devs, it wasn't even their debt, but you know what? They paid in full.
And that's bussing!
If you enjoyed this video as much as I did and you would like to see more, you can run down the street every morning, frantically accosting your neighbors on the pavement, to shake them by the collar and ask if there's a new space pedestrian video out. You could do that. Or, some big brains at YouTube have actually made a button for that you could click instead.